It was more than 6 decades ago. In 1955, severe drought widely hit the area in the northeast of Thailand. At that time, His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej, King Rama IX of Chakri dynasty, visited 15 provinces in this region and observed the area was dry and there were dust everywhere. People suffered from lack of water for consumption and agricultural use. When he looked up at the sky and saw many clouds blown past the arid land, this encouraged His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej to come up with the idea how to make clouds assemble and then what can be done to make these clouds to yield enough rain over the right places. That idea was the beginning of the artificial rainmaking project, a later known as Royal Rainmaking Project. His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej by then made all his effort to study and research from references related to artificial rainmaking and the weather modification until he was confident on the idea of simply making rain as it was possible based on scientific reason. Hence, he told Mr. Teparit Tewakun, an agricultural engineer who was famous in invention, to conduct the experiment on rainmaking. That was the beginning of artificial rainmaking research since then. The first actual rainmaking operation in the atmosphere assigned by His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej was in 1969 after long continuous study. Following the successful first experiment, several experiments were done in dry fields, where farmers took the opportunity to present their petition to His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej, asking for help. Although the farmers realized that the rainmaking operation was still considered to be at experimental stage, but all hopes were still put on begging that perhaps at least next experiment could be done in the area of drought. The experimental operation was developed from time to time in farmers' fields to successfully bring water to farmers and their crops in time. The scientific summary and conclusion of all the past successes and benchmarks of the rainmaking experiments, operation, and development conducted during 1969 to 1972 was made by His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej, and that was the practical key guidelines for Royal Rainmaking Operation, which has been in use as theory and techniques to fight against drought condition since 1973 until now. Since the beginning until successes in 1973, there had to be new techniques as well as improvement. Therefore, techniques such as how to precisely direct rain, cloud, and force it to yield rain over target along with rain enhancement was improved and developed under the condition of local climatology and landscapes in relation to various times to the year throughout each season. The Royal Rainmaking operations have greatly benefited people throughout Thailand. Reputation on the success in rainmaking technology was gradually spread, become known and accepted by other countries who also engaged in the subject of weather modification, as well as various nations who are members of the World Meteorology Organization. On 21 September 1975, the royal decree was issued for the establishment of Royal Rainmaking Research and Development Institute (RRRDI) under the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. The principal mandate of RRRDI was to conduct rainmaking operation along with technology research and development for preventing and reducing drought, and provide natural rain for public use, agriculture, increase water storage in natural resources for electricity generation, irrigation, water supply, industry, also underground water recharge. The whole country of Thailand was critically hit by severe drought in 1999. Therefore, by royal command, the working team for rain-making operation was immediately set up. The sole working team were trained with the knowledge and know-how of each technique, counted since the beginning until that time, with additional new techniques, in order to make certain that rain-making is done effectively and precisely with even better result. On this occasion, the technique of attacking warm cloud and supercooled clouds simultaneously was invented by His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej, who also named this technique as super sandwich, which helped to yield rain over target precisely and enhance the amount of rainfall. This technique was experimented, tried, and finally and successfully carried out throughout the entire mission of fighting drought of 1999. Therefore, the royal rain-making technology was improved from 4 steps into 6 steps. His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej also created a schematic drawing in the form of an easy-to-understand, beautiful cartoon look-alike of the 6 steps of royal rain-making technology, all in just 1 page of A4 size paper. This superb computer graphics was given to the Royal Rain-Making Academics on 21st March 1999 in order to be the guidelines and theory to get all operations done correctly, more effectively, and successfully until now. The Royal Rain-Making technology has been publicized and accepted at the international level. The Royal Rain-Making project was granted a patent by the Department of Intellectual Property, Ministry of Commerce, and other organizations in other countries. His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej was presented with numerous prestigious awards in Royal Rain-Making project from many organizations worldwide. The Council of Ministers, during its meeting on the 20th August 2002, endorsed the proposal by the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives for the title of Father of Royal Rain-Making to honor His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej and to designate November 14th each year Father of Royal Rain-Making Day. This is to present our loyalty, gratitude, and commemorate his generosity for initiating the Royal Rain-Making innovation for the happiness and benefit of his people. In the 4th decades of the Royal Rain-Making, the missions were not only for alleviating drought impacts in agricultural areas, increase water storage in main reservoirs all over the country, but also mitigating natural disaster. Therefore, RRRTI had to increase working competency of the officers, potential of technology and equipment in the rain-making operation, and seek cooperation from other government and private organizations, as well as people. The project of Royal Rain-Making Volunteer was launched for the Royal Rain-Making comprehension of people all over the country. Moreover, the Royal Rain-Making Centers were set up covering 25 river basins in order to operate rain-making in more areas. The Royal Rain-Making Research and Development Team was founded in 1969. As demand for the rain-making project has increased over the years, the team was upgraded to be the Bureau of Royal Rain-Making and Agricultural Aviation, or BRRAA, under the supervision of the Office of the Permanent Secretary for Agriculture and Cooperatives. Later, the workload has been increased, and the BRRAA continued developing its organizational structure and extending the missions. The Councils of Ministers on the 25th January 2013 approved the upgrade of BRRAA to the Department of Royal Rain-Making and Agricultural Aviation, or DRRAA. After upgrading, The DRRAA had urgent mission in improving and developing organizational structure by creating a 5-year master plan of urgent development of royal rainmaking and agricultural aviation organization. Furthermore, the DRRAA set off the regional royal rainmaking centers for decentralization and integration with provincial and local organizations, including increasing the royal rainmaking units under control of the regional royal rainmaking centers for the efficient operation and the accurate and fast royal rain service as well. Nowadays, DRRAA takes part in setting integrated policies, strategies, and work plans with the related organizations in the water management of the country, and performs as a center of Asian and the world leader organization of weather modification. These missions are challenging for the government organizations, like the DRRAA that continues working on His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej's initiative project, which His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej devoted himself in research and experiment the royal rainmaking technology. Because of his devotion, the DRRAA finally helped alleviating drought and disasters for Thai people with the royal rainmaking centers, the new technology, and the officers who have knowledge and skills in order to follow His Majesty the King's Bhumibol Adulyadej initiatives given to the DRRAA and Thai people.